What's going on, guys? It is the Comic Talk here on YouTube, not live this week on twitch.tv/ThereCanBeOnlyVaughn, but we're bringing you the pull list by, of course, the Vaughn and Only. So stick around. Wait, that's not my catchphrase. I'm sorry, DJ Links. Love you. Anyway, guys, we got an amazing lineup of comic books. A lot of fire from DC this week with some second prints, and then you got a new Legends of the Dark Knight returning, and then of course our indies are dominating. So we're going to take a look at what we got. We also got some auctions of some CGC slabs that I won from Facebook. I'm going to move this like giant cookie I have over here because I can't put my comics on top of the cookie. So let's get right into it. We're going to start off with the auctions that we won. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it 8? I think it's 8. 8 slabs that we won. So 7 of them at a 9.8. We do have one of them at a 9.6, and I'll relay the story as we get them. But this guy on Facebook was doing a auction sale for just 2021. He's like, hey, how about we do a 2021 sale? All slabs start at $21. And like, you know what? I'll bid on this. I don't care. And I ended up winning some decent books at a crazy price because nobody was bidding on them. So we're going to start off with Batman 100. This is the Jorge Jimenez variant cover of spoilers. Well, I won't say spoilers of whoever's in this suit here, the Batman. They were teasing it as like, oh my god, Batman's got a new costume, but then, you know, read Joker War, you'll see why he's in a blue suit. But Batman 100 at a 9.8, I believe that was about like $45 only. This one's kind of funny. We have Shuri issue number 2 at a 9.8. So Shuri's actually heating up, of course, because of the Black Panther MCU. I don't want to say debacle, right? But they need to find a new Black Panther, so Shuri is a candidate, one of the candidates for it. This is funny because I thought it was Shuri number 1. I slipped up, and also we were betting into the high 50s, into the 60s, and the guy goes, let's stop playing games. I'm gonna bet 100, and I don't think he bet 100. He was just like, let's just call it 100. So I was like 105, and he was like, oh, and then I left it at 105, so that was the most I paid for these slabs. Probably a little too much for that one, but it was honestly really fun to get in on this auction, and it really paid for all the other ones too because I got them for such a low price. So moving on, we got Amazing Spider-Man 49. This is actually issue 850. This is the Comic Mints Shannon Mayer Virgin variant here. So this was I thought this was a 9.8. I won this at the very last second, and then I realized it was a 9.6. I was like, oop. But it's still a pretty cover, so you know, I'm glad to add it to the collection. Nobody was bidding on this, so I think I got it for like $29. This is Vampirella issue number 13, the Joe Jusko black and white variant. Actually, yeah, it commands somewhat of a price. The retailer, the raw version of it, I'm not so sure in the slab because that data doesn't exist. So I don't know. That one's an interesting one. This one's really cool because this is in the old CGC slab. Old labeling here. This is Soulfire issue number 1, cover B. I picked it up because, I mean, Michael Turner is one of my favorite artists of all time, in the top 5 easily, and it was slab, so 9.8, why not? And of course, as you can see, the old labeling here with the description, the certification notice. Again, I got kind of duped because I wasn't paying attention to this, but this is Power Rangers issue number 1, the foil variant, Peach Momoko on the Red Ranger there. But the thing with this is that it's the local comic shop day variant for 2020. I thought it was just the normal variant, so it's okay. I think about $45 for that slab. And then finally, I actually wanted this book from Comics Elite. This is Fantastic Four Antithesis issue number 2, the first appearance of the Antithesis. But this is the classic issue 49 Fantastic Four cover homage. Really cool. Glad to have it. And it also has the whatchamacallit here. Dang, I already forgot what that was called. You can obviously tell I don't do slabs, so this video is going to run long because we had to do the Facebook option, and now we can finally get to our pools. So we're going to start off with some Marvel because indies of course have dominated this week, so we're going to go quick. Making Spider-Man 66. Don't know what's really happening in that book. He's already not in that suit anymore. He's back to regular old Spider-Man. Champions number 7. This is the new Killer App storyline starting in that one. We have Daredevil issue number 30. I think we're finally starting to wrap up the Elektra run here on Daredevil, but we'll see. Still one of my favorite books coming out of Marvel. Some Peach Momoko goodness. Variant cover for the Mighty Valkyries issue number 2. Another new number 1, Shang-Chi versus the Marvel Universe. I think this is an ongoing series now for Shang-Chi. Remember, movie comes out in September. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm really excited about reading this one. Fantastic Four Life Story number 1. If you guys read Spider-Man Life Story, amazing concept, amazing book, and I'm really excited to see what they do with the first family in this. And finally, to finish it off, for Marvel this week, we have probably the hottest book on the shelves for Marvel, The Immortal Hulk Time of Monsters. We're going to get a first appearance of the Hulk from 10,000 years ago. So apparently Hulk isn't just like an entity or a freak creation. It's as if Hulk is supposed to always exist in one form or another throughout history. So interesting concept again. Looking forward to reading that one shot. Moving over to DC, we got a second printing for Joker number 2, Vengeance, Daughter of Bane, on that cover, looking sick, just like her daddy. One of my favorite covers this week, of course, always, Jenny Frison, the wonderful Jenny Frison. Been doing all these cardstock variants for Catwoman, so issue number 31, featuring Selena Kyle and Poison Ivy. Pamela. Nightwing issue number 80, of course, this is a really hot storyline right now, so we did get 2 copies of that, because you got to be reading Nightwing right now. Justice League issue number 61, the cardstock variant, Naomi joining that team there. We're going to give a huge shout out right now to Superman Red and Blue. Really happy to pick up these covers here, and of course big shout out to John Ponleon, who tragically passed away, I believe last week, the week prior. One of his final covers here. I'm sure there'll be supplemental art that he's done over the years that the comic book industry will put on covers. Just amazing talent, amazing man, amazing artist. He's going to be really missed, and I was really big fan of all his work. So rest in peace to John Ponleon there on that Superman cover. Just amazing cover. Not to end on a sad note, of course, because we will always pay our respects to those before us and after us, right? Legends of the Dark Knight number 1, of course, new DC number 1 from them, and we're gonna check out some variants, so that's gonna be there in the pile. And of course, I think the book of the week, Wonder Girl issue number 1. This is the Jones cover A. Beautiful. Jones writing the story, doing all the art. Amazing. Future State, the highlight of all the Future State books was that Wonder Woman book. It was action-packed. It was funny. It had a lot of heart. The artwork was fantastic. You just got engaged from beginning to end in that story. So I'm really looking forward to what they do with Yara Floor. Then we got the cardstock B cover there. That's going to do it for DC. So moving over to the indies, we're going to start with some reprints here. We have, of course, another foil. You can't even see the foiling there. Berserker number 1 issue or 4th printing. Wow, that foil is the foil is just all over the place. Geiger 3rd print, of course, for issue 1. The talk of the week. What is Ed Piskor doing with Red Room? What the hell is Red Room, and why is everyone going after it? I have no idea. We'll find out, right? But I love horror books right there. Horror right in your face. Speaking of horror, Vengeance of Vampirella 18. We're only showing it because of Lucio Barrio cover, of course. TMNT Best of Splinter. I love that they've branched away from just the 4 turtles, and they're doing this one. And there's a Casey Jones one that is supposed to come out as well in the summer. Can't wait for that one. Another foil cover. Maybe you guys won't see this either. The Many Deaths of Layla Starr issue number 2. You see that a little better than the Berserker foil there, but these foil covers are making a comeback. What is this, the 90s again? Far Cry Rite of Passage. We got to get our video game adaptations on. Of course, we pick up all video game adaptations. Shout out to Twitch. Stillwater's back. We're starting the second story arc. I'm excited for this one. This is the Asian Pacific Heritage Month variant cover, and then cover A, of course, as well. Kudos, shout outs to Image for doing the AAPI covers for the month. Really, really appreciate that. I Walk with Monsters from Vault issue number 6. As you're going to see, I usually keep them together by company for the indies, but there's just so many great books that I was just like, let me showcase this one, this one, this one. No particular order. They're just incredible series that everyone needs to be reading. We Only Find Them When They're Dead is back with issue number 6. We're going to be starting that second story arc there for that series as well. Hopefully it gets better. I mean, there was a lot to be desired with that first story arc. High concept by Al Ewing, so hopefully we pick up and see where it goes. I missed out on the first issue of this from Scout Comics. We got Black Cotton. This is the issue 1 second print here. So we had to make sure we picked that up because issue 2 did come out this week. So really looking forward to reading this book. Excuse me for burping in the mic a second ago. Then we have some more reprints here. Of course, Radiant Black, third printing and then second, third printing, and they're both third printings for issue 1 and 2. So protagonist, antagonist, I think that's pretty neat. And then issue 4 is out this week. And finally, to finish off the indies with Ultra Mega, because I'm really liking this book. Kaiju action at its finest, gory, just if you like Dragon Ball Z and balls to the wall action, Invincible rings a bell right now, the Amazon Prime show. That's what you're gonna get in Ultra Mega. They're just like beating the crap out of each other. It's awesome. And let's finish it off with some variants here. So we picked up more Peach Momoko goodness. There's going to be a lot of Peach. Power Rangers issue number 7 there. We have a Federici. We skipped last week because I wasn't a fan of the Gordon variant cover, but we have Mr. Freeze here for Legends of the Dark Knight issue number 1. Of course, I couldn't get the Thank You Joker 2 variant, so thankfully they reprinted it again. Second printing. Ratio 1:25 here, black and white. I actually prefer the black and white. It looks so much nicer for Joker number 2, second print there. And of course, we're going to finish it or continue on DC wise with Wonder Woman, another foil variant there. The one, apparently this is supposed to be a 1 in 250. I don't think it is because there's so many copies of it out there. So foil variant there of Yara Flor. And of course, J. Scott Campbell got to put his twist on all the Wonder Womans there. Everyone that's donned the W in DC continuity. So very cool to see have that cover. And finally finishing it off with some horror here. Red Room. We have the C cover there. And then again, finishing off with Momoko. Look how crazy that is. So 2 weeks in a row. Last week with Fantastic Four 32, Momoko Virgin cover, and then Red Room Momoko cover. She's just killing the game, in my opinion. A lot of people don't like her artwork. I love Japanese, that folklore Japanese style that she obviously uses in her artwork, that has inspiration from Yoshitaka Amano, which we've showcased. He's done that Harley Quinn cover. He did that Superman cover about a month and a half ago. So it speaks volumes to me. I've always loved that art style. So Peach is can't do no wrong in my eyes. There's some covers that are like aren't as great, but a lot of them to me are some of my favorites that I've seen in the past year or so. So that's gonna do it. That's crazy haul of books. We have another order from Unknown Comics coming in the next couple of days. More David Nakayama variant covers, and a couple of other ones. I think there's Magic the Gathering and the Alien variant cover that I really like. So be on the lookout for that. And thanks, guys. It's been a pleasure making all these videos for you. I have a blast doing it each and every week. And I also have a blast checking out every other content creators, NCBD picks, all their comic hauls, all their unboxings. You guys rock. So I appreciate it, and I wish I could spend more time in you guys' live YouTube videos, but doing the Twitch thing makes it a little difficult to navigate both realms. So thank you again, NCBD, for Wednesday. I forgot the date. I'm just kidding. Wednesday, May 19th, New Comic Book Day. This is your Comic Talk hosted by the Vaughn and Only. Remember, guys, to always bag, and boredom.